We've got news today. We got some cool stuff. So there was a 1-day ban for selling boosts, so maybe that's something Blizzard's going to continue doing. Method Part 2 is on its way. There were some ROM connections announced, and then the reason why I'm blah. So Blizzard announced some pretty cool changes to the Conduit system, and then they hit us with a low blow right after that the next day today. So let's get into the news. Let's make this exciting. 1, 2, 3. All the news items that we're going to talk about today will be below in the description, so if you have any inquiries to check this stuff out more, go ahead and do so. Starting off with the news, we've got a 1-day ban for advertising boosts, basically. The want to sell Mythic Plus boost, want to sell, AOTC, stuff like that. So there was a player who was supposedly recently banned for 1 day. Now, this had come from a third party and not the player themselves, but it would be interesting because there are some policies when it comes into the place about transfer of services and whatnot for actual money, but transfer of services for gold is just a part of the economy. What has become an issue, at least on some of the larger servers, is if you're going through the LFG pre-made groups and stuff, you'll have a hard time missing these groups, and it can be sometimes a little bit difficult to actually find a legit group. If there is any reason why Blizzard is doing this, that's probably why, but who knows? You guys let me know what you think. Method's raid team has formed a new guild called Echo. You'll be able to check out the video that was recently made, and there's been a lot of on the Reddit channels and everything. They'll go through the whole list of players that are on there. You'll see a lot of names that a lot of fan favorites, so this could be very exciting. What I'm curious to see over time, I guess, is how amp are they going to be to really start going for world first again? Is that going to be a priority? Of course, the side of them that wants to compete, I could definitely see that, but maybe there's a little bit of a dilemma for those who, they when you're world first, when you're going through that, you're in the spotlight. So I'm wondering if there's a bit of hesitance to get back into that type of light, especially after everything that just happened. I mean, that's got to be pretty depressing. So you definitely got, you want to compete, but do you really want to be in that light again? We knew it was going to come, but finally we got some news today. Blizzard is going to make some more ROM connections. The ones that they announced today are for August 4th and include Drakthal and Skywall will now join with Silvermoon and Machnathal. The Cairn and Paranold ROMs will join with the Cenarius ROM. Grizzly Hills and Lothar ROMs will join with Malfurion and Trollbane. And Ravenhole and Twisting Nether realms will join Lightning Hoof, Maelstrom, and the Venture Company. Can you guys tell that I'm just coming off a cough? This is real fun. A lot of you probably already heard, but if you haven't, there was going to be changes to the whole Soulbind Conduit system. We knew this. Ian mentioned himself that the whole destruction system was not going to work. It was not going to work as they had intended, and that the feedback they had gotten was more than legitimate. If you want to rebuild your Soulbind trees, once per week, you'll be able to clear all the conduits with a separate cooldown per Soulbind. So you have 3 Soulbinds, you do one on Monday, it'll reset on Monday. You do Soulbind B on Wednesday, it's going to reset 2 days later. It'll set, or 2 days later from the other one, so it'll set Wednesday of the next week. But once you've decided on your desired conduit placement, we want to ensure that the system offers as much flexibility as other existing talent systems. So you'll be able to switch which soulbind is active or redirect the flow of anima through a soulbind's tree, essentially respeccing them. Anytime you visit your sanctum, and if you have a different soulbind per spec or a different active trait path with a given soulbind, that will be saved on a per specialization basis and will automatically change whenever and wherever you change your specialization. I know a lot of people are excited about this. It is definitely a great change. I don't think there is any arguing that from the past system, this is great. This is going to give us an actual library system to use with these conduits. Um, as far as we know right now, they rank up to 15. So we're not going to have a bag full of all sorts of conduits that we're farming just so that we have ones to replace with others that we have to destroy. Instead, it'll just be a library system. We'll be able to use that. We'll be able to do some respecking. That's great. The reason I am bummed a little bit about this news is, well, let me ask you guys. Are we really excited that in Blizzard's new system that we can respec? Because I don't know, I don't remember how long ago. I'm pretty sure respecking became an obvious need for Blizzard all the way back in vanilla. I remember it was vanilla when they did make that change. I want to say it was even around Blackwing Lair, but I mean, that was a long time ago, so I could be wrong, but I know it's been a very long time that we've been able to respec. We Blizzard has already learned that limitations are not not limitations, but lockouts or locking a character into certain things is never smart. We had we had entire racials that were just reset to something more bland because certain racials were just so good with certain classes that you really couldn't feel like you could play play your class as another racial. You felt like you had to play as one. Blizzard said that felt like a lockout. They didn't want that. They didn't want you to feel like you were locked into something. But here we are. We're excited about this news because we're not getting locked into something. Like, this should be something that is just okay. Of course. Why would you lock us into something? But we have to be excited about this because the whole system, the whole covenant system, locks us into an option. So now they're giving us a little bit something, and they're even making it sound like it's great news, but it's not. It's what just should be. They already learned this lesson, so I don't know why we're discussing it, and I don't know why we're happy about it. Blizzard hit us with a little bit of a low punch. A lot of people got excited yesterday after learning the news about the whole covenant system and the conduits not being destroyed and how that was going to work and all that. And then today we found out that there was going to be there's a new debuff in Torghast. So as it reads, the Jailer's Chains prevent equipment, talent, and specialization swapping. This was something that a lot of people were actually really excited about when this came out, that they could kind of min-max during this area. According to Wowhead, the Jailer's Chain has appeared within Torghast, preventing players from changing equipment, talents, or their specialization. This debuff is inactive in the central chamber, the start of the first floor, and when nearby helpful brokers are on non-boss floors, allowing players ample opportunity to make changes during their run. So you can't change it whenever, wherever, but there are going to be some more limits to that. A lot of people were upset about this, just kind of as like an unnecessary move. I'm interested. I'm going to have to see how this works because it sounds like you can still make some changes throughout it. I need to get on the beta. Blizzard, do me a little solid here. I'd love to test this because this is the kind of stuff that I would like to min max. So, you know, I don't know if I need to min max against every pack, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm not going too long without min maxing at least. So it'll be a little bit interesting, and it's just kind of funny that we're seeing this the day after they give us a lot of good news. Like, here's some good news, and then here's some bad news. But remember, we gave you guys some good news yesterday. Love us. And anyways, that's the news. Make sure you hit that like, that follow, that Twitch follow, all that good stuff. So that next week when I deliver some more news and entertain you guys, you can see it. Till next time, peace in Warcraft, buddies.